It's, of course, a challenging time for so many people, especially Israelis and the entire Jewish community. It's especially tough for kids who don't quite understand exactly what's happening. We're joined live by Rabbi Yael Buechler, who has some advice about talking with young people. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's one of those things that even in my household, we had the television on, not really thinking about it, having the news up. And my 9-year-old stepson walked into the room and said, "What's going on?" And it was hard for us to even hit pause and sit down and really talk about it in an informative way that also wasn't scary to him. With parents who are grappling with exactly what to say to kids, what is your advice?
So, as you said, kids pick up on everything in general. And so it's important for them to hear the news from us first. This is such a sad situation, and we should be the first ones to talk about the war in Israel with our kids.
It's easy sometimes to talk about it. These images have been so horrific, and in every newscast, and you see the bombings. What are some tips that you have for parents? I know we tried to be realistic, but also you want to shield them from some of this horrific talk. How do you do that in an informative way, but also be sensitive to where they're at?
It's definitely a balance. I have 4 tips that families can use to talk about the war in Israel with their children. The first tip is to share limited details with kids about the war in a developmentally appropriate way. For example, you could say, "We always pray for peace, but today we are especially praying for peace because there is a war in Israel." The second tip is to answer kids' questions to the best of your ability, but not adding additional information. And saying, "I don't know," is totally okay. The third tip is to limit kids' exposure to the news and to videos and social media, and to try the best we can to be present around them, even though you and I both know we're glued to our phones. And the fourth, and I'd say most important tip, is to reassure kids that they are safe.
Well, I think the limiting kids' exposure to videos on social media, it's easy for, more of the school-age children. But when you look at teenagers specifically, I know I was talking with another mom yesterday who has a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, and she was getting some information from the school as well saying, please keep them off TikTok because Hamas may release some videos. We don't want them getting those at school. I mean, how do you talk to teenagers about you really need to get off maybe some of these social media platforms for at least the next little while, because we also don't know what could be released on them?
Exactly. It's a very delicate area, and I would say to really talk with your kids and your teens about the possibility that there will be horrific images shared. On the other hand, a lot of these social media apps are where teens get the news. So it's important to have an open and honest conversation with them about the potential for what could happen.
I know this mom in particular was setting some limits and actually looking at, some of the content that they were following and just locking it for the time being so that she could have conversations at home before they went back to school. So there are ways around it, but it's tough in this social media age.
Exactly. And I can just say that my hope is that we'll just continue to pray for shalom, for peace at this time.
All right, Rabbi, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Stay with KCAL.